Hi, everybody, and welcome to Effective Speech for the summer of 2020. My name is Tim Curtis, and I am your instructor. Hello. How's it going? Okay, now here's the deal. This is an actual introduction to the procedures of this class. What this means is that I will be discussing today everything that you need to know to get you started with the class this summer. Please remember that this is an asynchronous class, which means that it is taught online without any scheduled class times, which means that essentially this course is designed so that you can take it and do the work in your own time. But please pay attention to due dates and course and class instructions. That's all I ask. So today I'm going to start first with the syllabus and the proposed schedule. We'll take a look at D2L, which is the desire to learn, and then we will also take a look at our virtual classroom / discussion board called Flipgrid. For those of you who have not used that before, I really like it. It's very fun, but I'm also very new at it, to be honest with you. So it's going to be fun to explore it. So I'm going to start by sharing the screen here, and I'm going to start first and foremost by letting you see our syllabus. Here I am in the corner. Hello. Here's, of course, everything that we need to know. This is a syllabus and an introduction to both of my sections, C11 and C13. Please make sure that you know what section you're in, whether you're in C11 or C13. And in some of the assignments that you send with me, it would always be a good idea just to give me this number so I know who you are and where you belong. Okay, so this is a division of arts and sciences. This is the actual school number. If you need to get in touch with me that way, then by all means do so. But if not, right here is my email address at tcurtis@oakton.edu. This is the best way to get in touch with me. I usually check my email several times a day, and it usually takes me anywhere from 24 to 48 hours to get back to you, unless of course you say this is an emergency, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I have Zoom office hours this summer, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 10 until 12 p.m. or by appointment. I'm keeping very flexible with this summer. So if you need to meet with me and 10 to 12 doesn't work for you, then by all means email me and we'll set up an appointment and we'll go from there. Okay, so here's everything that you need to know in terms of the learning objectives, academic integrity, and student conduct. Very important. Please familiarize yourself with that. Essentially, don't plagiarize, don't cheat, and be honest with me. That's the best course of action here. Here's the outline of topics right here. And this is how the class is actually going to be broken down. It's actually on a scale of 500 points. So everything that you do has these point allotments here, and you start with these, and then deductions happen therein. We're going to start, since there is no real attendance for this class, course management is going to be absolutely paramount. And what I mean by that is that I need you to be on top of getting the work done and in by the time it's due. Essentially, this class stops on the 30th of July, and I spend about a week and a half just putting everything together. So I've got to have everything done by then, and it would always help to make sure that you have things done in the time that I ask you to get them. Most of the due dates, and you'll see in a second, are really time ranges as opposed to just an actual date. You've got these these are the speeches. The demonstration how-to step-by-step speech is 50 points. You have a 5-minute brief informative speech, and that's 50 points. There's a terms treasure hunt, which is going to be fun, which is sorting through all of the information that I'm giving you to match terms and to give examples. And then you have outlines here, informative and persuasive outlines. Informative outline is going to be worth 25 points. Your persuasive outline is also going to be worth 25 points, and you will hand those in when you actually deliver those speeches. The persuasive speech is our final speech, and that's worth 100 points. Class discussions are 50 points. Vlogs or vlogs done via Flipgrid, an introduction to yourself on Flipgrid, and then the special occasion our speech is also done via Flipgrid. Those are going to be 25 points, and 50 points. So for a total of 500 points. And essentially what you do is you tally up all the points you get by the end of the semester and you divide that by 500, and then you multiply that by 100, and that will give you a percentage place. So here's everything here. Methods of instruction, right here, video lectures, which will come in the form of recorded Zoom lectures. Hopefully I can get them into MP4 so we have a solid base to work with it, but please be prepared to cut and paste a URL address. Okay, and then coming here, is the instructional material, selected handouts and speech development packages, anything found on D2L that's desired to learn, and then recorded lectures and coaching videos, which I will also do on D2L and Flipgrid. You will know those. Here's the text. It is The Art of Public Speaking by Lucas, and this is the 13th edition. You are not required to actually buy the book. I think it was going to help you big time. However, you do not have to do it. You can also do the online edition, is fine as well. I think this guy is has written one of the great Bibles, for lack of a better word, for public speaking, and I really enjoy teaching out of it, so that's why I do. If you have access to an earlier edition than the 13th edition, by all means go ahead and use that, but you may want to cross-reference here. Here's the grading policy, etc. All right, and then late speeches are here. And then here's some asynchronous requirements that I just want you to pay attention to. It's without meeting times. You're expected to complete the work at your own pace in your own time frame. However, please adhere to assignment due dates and their written requirements. I will not manage or automatically change dates for you. So, and if there's a problem, then by all means let me know. But for the most part, I'm not going to say, oh, okay, so you can give it to me in 3 weeks. No, it's got to be done then. All right, course management is here. It's your responsibility to complete. It's your responsibility to check class emails and announcements. I'm asking you to submit material through vlog, short recorded messages, and discussion boards, which is technically the same thing. You will also be asked to submit 2 of your speeches to the class via email access to be reviewed by fellow classmates. In the WWEBY format, a rubric will be provided. This EBY format is not a website. It's actually what went well, and even better yet kind of way of doing that. Last but certainly not least is this respect and dignity clause. I think it's absolutely imperative that any and all criticism that is given in this class is considered constructive, and that you must treat all of your fellow classmates, whether it be through any kind of communication, with respect and dignity. And failure to do so will result in your removal from the class. I'll just drop you. No insulting, no teasing, no nothing. Be as kind and as supportive as you possibly can be. Because if you do that to them, then they of course will do that to you, et cetera, et cetera. I think it stands for itself. Again, no disrespectful commentary, criticism, written or recorded, will be tolerated at any time in your speeches, your evaluation of your classmate speeches, or even if you're joking. Okay, and unless it's clearly used as an example, this commentary includes all racist, sexist, homophobic, and anti-hate generated community commentary and rhetoric. Failure to keep this unspoken will result in your permanent removal from the class. And the rest is pretty self-explanatory. There's, of course, Oakton's work, et cetera. They want to make sure that you have certain things taken care of. So this is the syllabus. All right, so, and now from here, I'm going to go ahead and get to this, which is our week-to-week summer 2020 week-to-week class schedule. Now, please understand that this is tentative. You can do this however you need to within the week itself. I'm not going to police you. I do suggest this particular approach, but it does not mean that you have to do it exactly that way. All I ask is that you adhere to the due dates. And I'll point this out. This you're going to find that as well as the syllabus, you're going to find both of these on D2L. All right, and it's broken down week to week. All work on the following schedule is to be submitted on or before the date it is due. So in other words, essentially what I want in terms of your work turned in, I would love to have it by the weekend. So you have Monday through Friday to work on it, and then Saturday and even into Sunday, I'll give you that. I'd like to see it posted or submitted via email to me. And every single major speech especially is going to have a due date with it, and it's going to have a guide, a written guide for you to follow. All right, so here they are. Week 1, for instance, is Monday 6 to 8 to 6 to 6:13, which is Saturday. All right, these are the topics, and this is what I'm asking you to read, which would be Lucas chapters 1, 2, and 3, because that's what I'm going to discuss. And then when it says watch, these are all of my particular videos that I am recording. I'm on today's video, the Intro to Effective Speech. Please read that, and I will also post the link on D2L. Well, chapters 1, 2, audience-centered process, which is my own, anything that says TC, which means that's my own generated PowerPoint. Coach, I'm going to talk about speaking online, but I'm going to do that via Flipgrid, so look for that. And set up, I'm going to set up, verbally, we're going to take a look at the guide to the demonstration speech, which is coming up. Assignments due, this is everything that's due this week. All right, self-introduction speech is actually due on the 13th, and that's posted to Flipgrid. And then I'm also going to ask you to do a vlog about of 2 speeches by President Obama on how are they conversations. All right. Speech reminders are any upcoming speeches that you have to be prepared to do. You've got your personal introduction to 2-minute speeches. And again, that's on Flipgrid. And then the demonstration how-to speech is recorded and sent to me with an outline, and that's due by the 19th. So that's all there. And then week 2 as well, and week 3, etc. Now underneath, and this is why I left this here, underneath the posting, the week's posting, and you'll see it in a second when we get to D2L, video assignment and assignment links, etc., will be below this course week listed on D2L, so you'll be able to see that. Please note that this is subject to change, little changes. However, if there are big changes, I'm of course going to let you know via email that these will happen. But again, seems like we don't have a lot of time, but I do believe that this is incredibly easy to manage. It's not too much. And considering that this class was meant to be taught one-to-one, live, 4 days a week. All right. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pause and get my cat off the desk, and we're going to pick it up in just a second on D2L. Okay, I'm back. Cat is gone, but chances are really good he's gonna hop up. His name is Elliot, by the way. So if you want to say hello as he does that, just say hi. So here we go. Let me go ahead and get us here. This is this is D2L, or Desire to Learn. I have gone ahead and this is for, I'm not that I love you any less, but this is for section C11. I have gone ahead and posted a welcome message here, and I've given you my Zoom office hours and the meeting ID here, and how to get into Flipgrid, etc. All right, so I'm going into content here. As it takes a second. Okay, we've got a couple of things here in the table of contents. This is an assignment, but if we go to the syllabus the syllabus, and for SPE C11, you've got the syllabus here, and this is the same, by the way, for C13. You've got your syllabus and your week by week here. The same thing I just showed you. But if you take a look down here, this is a week by week, and this is important. If you break, this is broken down into the weeks themselves individually, and here is week 1, which is definitely done here. And you can see it right here, 6/8 to 6/12. This is everything that's due this and how this week is going to progress. And then these are all of the this is all the information that you need. Like here's the say hello, which is at your introduction on Flipgrid, and then you have 2 speeches as conversation assignment, and then I have the how-to speech guide, recording guide, and Zoom recordings for the week that I have already done. And if you open this up, you're going to see it does take some time, but you're going to see the actual Zoom HTTP addresses here on that. So right here. So this would be chapter 1, which I'm talking to you. And this is the, go ahead and copy and paste this. And this is the password that you want. And you've got, that's for chapters 1 through Lucas, chapters 2 and 3. And this is the setup for the demonstration speech that I've already put up on there. All right, so that's how that works. The other thing too that you're going to want to take a look at is right down here. This is another module. This is the assignment description and information and PowerPoints. And if you take a look at this, and by the way, everything, all those weeks are broken out like that. This is all of the Lucas PowerPoints that were sent to me by the actual publisher. So this is chapters 1 through chapters 17, and there's 18 and 19, which I have yet to put on here, but they will be here. And this has got everything that you need to know. And these will be the things that I speak from and use as my visual aids in my lecture. So you feel free to take a look at these as well. I have yet to put on my personal TC PowerPoints, but they will be on by the 8th. Okay, so that's how that works. All right. Stop share. All right, so now what we're going to do, and I'm going to go away for just 1 second. I'm going to go to Flipgrid. Flipgrid is really fun. All right. So here we go. This is Flipgrid. This is us. And yes, there are lots of little kids. And yes, it does kind of look like we're back in junior high. However, this is a very direct, particular program, and I really like it. What you're going to do is you are given actually at the start of this particular course shell, you are given a code. And in this case for C11, your code is Curtis, C-U-R-T-I-S, and then the code is 7294. And you're going to go ahead and go into this, bam. And it is going to ask you what you're going to log in with. So choose either Google or Microsoft. I'm going to go Google. And it's going to probably give me my Oakton at edu address. This is the one that you should use too. So if they want you to add an address, that is the one that you're going to use, the Oakton. I'm going to click on this. And here we go, C11, summer 2020, and this is Flipgrid, and the first thing that's going to ask you to do is say hello, and this of course is, and then you're going to go ahead and obviously record a response, and the grid itself will appear right after this. Okay. All right. So there we go. That's everything that I need to talk to you guys about in terms of the protocol and procedure of the course. In terms of my personal philosophy for this class, a couple of things to keep in mind. Number one, I believe it is a skills class. And not only that, it is a personal skills class, which means that what you think and what you want to discuss is of paramount importance during this particular exploration this summer. So don't be as worried about saying it or saying the right thing as much as saying what you want to say so that we can understand you. Know this, that even though we are online, we are still talking to people. I'm looking right at my camera right now. And so that you are here. So it's not as if you're alone. So remember that. And so everything that you do is connected to your audience. And this is what I mean by the audience-centered speech-making process. And that is absolutely paramount this summer. Everything that you do, that you build, starts with what you want to tell us. And then it ends with you telling it to us meaning your audience, getting it the way you want us to get it. So any questions that you have over the summer, please, please, please contact me. It's tcurtis@oakton.edu and go for it. Also, I will be contacting you first by your oakton.edu address. And if there's some issues that way, please let me know and we'll go with your any and all Gmail addresses, etc. All right, so enjoy. Go ahead, dive into everything, explore, take a look at Flipgrid, enjoy it and have some fun with it. For those of you in C13, you have a different access code and that is posted in the front of D2L, but I will also be sending you guys an information about getting started with the Hello speech on Flipgrid. So with that, I'm facing a little bit of lip blowout right now, so I'm going to sign off. And again, stop by and see me on Monday through Thursday on my Zoom hours from 10 until 12 and say hi if you like. All right, take care, enjoy, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.